Well, I thought I'd show you the start of a project, and if it doesn't work out, you won't be seeing this. Starting out with two 666's and a plastic model of an ideal T1, Pennsylvania T1 engine. And we'll see what's going to happen once I get going in this. I might show you steps as we go along. This is after 3 hours of cutting, sanding, filing, generally getting mad. And I don't like the way that the cylinders normally sit on a 666, so I'm going to cut them off and move them in. And this is the pile of stuff that's left over after you cut off all those parts. And I've also redone the motors. I took out the reverse unit on the front one, and I moved back the smoke unit to make it shorter. And the other one, I took off the smoke unit, which I'm not going to need, and we'll keep the reverse unit because that's what's going to power the front one. So this is where we're at after about 3.5 hours. Okay, this is where we're at after another 2.5 to 3 hours. The front steam chests have to be, on this one, have to be re-epoxied. It fell. They come apart. And the back one is done. I've cut the stips off and back underneath the cab. Taken all the roof rivet detail off and cut all the domes off so the new shrouding will fit on okay. And this is what happens if you tumble a front truck for a couple, 3 or 4 days. It gets all shiny. So that's where we're at right now. This is the body joined together. Got another couple hours in it, grinding, filing, gluing it, and this is the shell that's going to be on top. I know it doesn't quite look like a T1, but it's going to be, you know, this has got rough filling with epoxy on it, JB weld, and that'll slip right up on top. In fact, I think I can maybe get it on there. So it's going to fit something like that. It'll fit back further, but that's the way it's going to look. And there'll be a special pilot in front. That's it. Well, this is how far we are after another possibly 3 hours. Epoxying, filing, grinding. There's the top in the center, and probably the front truck. That'll be the rear truck. And that's a sideboard which I've made. That'll be mounted right on the running boards. And I've got the engines, the motors are wired together. And this is a pile of parts that I've cut off, which is quite a few. And that's, I use JB weld. That's where we're at. This is an update on the Marx T2 project. It's in primer, and I've got maybe 2 or 3 hours in the nose, in the pilots, and I've drilled the holes for the handrails, and there's 3 holes on the side which are their trademark of the Pennsy T1. So this is where we're at so far. Needs another coat of primer too. This is a finished engine. It's a 4444, and it needs handrails yet, and a headlight lens, and a headlamp, which I have. I tried it in 042, but I won't take it. I'll have to go in 054. It does run, and it does smoke. It would be fun to run it along some long curves. There you can see the smoke coming out of it. And sometime this winter I'll make, next winter I'll make a tender for it. Long, smooth tender. Should be easy to make.